Hi, it's Conor Svensson here, founder and CEO of Web3 Labs, and this is your week in DeFi on Monday, the 15th of November, 2021. The key events this week include ING testing a DeFi lending concept, Hedera and Ripple are both launching DeFi products, the Acala platform completes its crowd loan, and Tether launches on Avalanche. Assets locked in DeFi finished the week up just over 1.5% at $209.7 billion. The Dutch bank ING, they're apparently going to be collaborating with the financial authorities to test out a DeFi peer-to-peer lending contract. The details of this are still kind of vague and there's been slightly mixed messages there, but what they want to do is work with the Netherlands financial regulator, the AFM, as part of its sandbox program to trial this lending project. A number of different financial regulators are offering these sandbox services where regulated financial entities or entities that want to can actually try out these concepts in a sort of safe environment that the regulator kind of approves them in order to do it, because it's certainly a place that financial entities need to tread very carefully when it comes to these sorts of financial products. But again, like I said, the details are still fairly vague, but they've basically said that there's an initiative on DeFi using peer-to-peer lending technology that they're working on with regulators there. The DeFi protocol, Acala, has raised $400 million in crowd loans off the back of the first Polkadot parachain auction. Acala is one of the leading DeFi protocols on the Polkadot blockchain, and they've raised all of this DOT from over 50,000 participants, and there also looks like they're going to be winning the first parachain auction on the Polkadot blockchain, which this is an area we've spoken about previously with respect to parachain auctions on the Hedera Network, which is Polkadot's canary chain. You can think of it as not a test chain, but more a chain that's slightly more advanced than the main chain. They've already got a number of people in their different parachain slots there, but the Polkadot is just opening them up now following success with its Kusama chain there. One of the interesting points here is that this has been done as a crowd loan, which means that Acala is actually going to have to pay back this debt that it's managed to obtain from these investors. What they're planning to do anyway here is that people were able to deposit their DOT into this digital vault and receive 2 tokens off the back of it. The first was a Acala token, which will be used to pay for transactions and staking and so on the network. The other one is a crowd loan DOT token, which was called LC DOT, which represents Polkadot tokens that were lent during the crowd loan, and people can use that as collateral to create like some of the Acala stablecoin, and they'll be able to actually redeem it back for DOT 2 years down the line, which is where the loan aspect of it comes in. And so it's still relatively early days there, but given the response from the community there's certainly a lot of people watching this, and we want to follow over the coming weeks as it actually launches as the first parachain there too. Ripple have announced that they're planning to launch a Bitcoin and Ethereum hub as well as a DeFi offering, so they're going to call it Ripple Liquidity Hub. And it'll allow people to buy and sell Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and Ethereum Classic, and it's going to plug into some of their existing ecosystem. Ripple's certainly been somewhat by the sidelines during the last 12 months around everything that's been happening with respect to DeFi. And the fact that they're going to be offering more traditional crypto assets there as well does make one question, what the longer term future is around the XRP token there. But we shall see how it evolves. They've certainly got some people who are big fans of the protocol, but again, it's we're not sure exactly where Ripple's heading over the coming weeks and months. Tether, they've launched a version of their USDT stablecoin on the Avalanche blockchain. They announced back in May that they were going to support it, and this will just help with people who want to transact in Tether on the Avalanche. And so Avalanche is one of the significant third generation blockchain protocols. You can kind of think of it in the same bucket as other protocols like Cardano, Polkadot, and Solana. They're certainly targeting the whole DeFi space and EVM compatibility as well. And that's something they've always done, really from day one. And so seeing Tether being launched there is no surprise, but it certainly shows that the Tether team believe that there's significant utility on Avalanche to make it worthwhile them doing that. Hedera are going to be launching launching their first DeFi project soon, and this is going to be called Act.io, and they're working with the HBAR Foundation, which is Hedera's foundation. One of the things they're keen to point out is that Hedera is a carbon negative blockchain, and the HBAR Foundation fund a number of different initiatives on it. But in this specific instance, what they want to do is they want to make it easier for people to automate investments and generate income with digital assets, and actually connect it with an Act.io wealth card that they're offering too, which will be an internationally supported payment. So they're really focusing on trying to bridge the more traditional ecosystems as well with DeFi, with the angle there. And certainly given who the Hedera Network have as the governing council who run the nodes, it includes people like Google there and some very well respected large enterprises, that they're certainly going to be coming at it from quite an institutionally friendly angle. That's all we have for our for this week in DeFi. If you're interested in our other updates across enterprise blockchain and protocols, crypto or NFTs, do check out our other episodes from This Week in Blockchain. And if you want to learn more about the people behind the scenes driving a lot of these innovations, do check out our Blockchain Innovators podcast, where I speak to people who've made significant contributions to the blockchain ecosystem, find out what inspires these people, get their thoughts on the latest industry news and events spanning crypto, enterprise, DeFi, protocols, NFTs and DAOs. Thanks, and I'll see you next week.